Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. The Spartans will kick it off to get us underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. He's going to pass. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
The Spartans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking the safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because even the defense can make stands, make stops. They get on that last possession.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. They go to the ground. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's right on target. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to run it. Quarterback got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 5 teams duking it out right now, man, and check this out. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 7 over USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're trying to get to him. Dumps it off in the flats. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Coming after it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Buckeyes possession, grinded up, run over in football. That last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams.
Trying to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely ready.
Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Spartans are in the hurry up. They'll test the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He makes the catch. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He grabbed the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver can get it. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's small. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. And the Spartans in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the 1st. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Snap in the shotgun. It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Sparty!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe the 2nd half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. And as we wind down here in the first half, the offense will just take a knee and try to muster its forces for the second half attack as they trail going to the break. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
This junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they got it at the 33. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing his athleticism.
The Spartans moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. And they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for the offense. used the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man quickly. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Trying to find his man on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst that...
Can anyone catch it? And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. All by himself down the middle. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The give out of the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now the play fake. He's got his man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I love to understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up the big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Snap from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. He leaves it with his back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field. They wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't connect on his first throw.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive downs.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
That's caught. It's Montgomery. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Quarterback adapted. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him.
Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. The Spartans will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Getting some heat. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd down, going up top. Working the middle. Oh, just left him flailing. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football.
The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Escapes, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long. There's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell on that pass rush, man. They were coming.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. After not really